Fanny for females. I like to check these 4 things on a female doodle to make sure that she's comfortable and I know what's going on her body on the private parts. Let's take a look. First one is vulva. I'm keeping an eye out for hair length, injury, skin irritation, hair discoloration, tangles and mats. Nipples. I'm looking for any injury, skin irritation, inverted nipples, enlarged nipples, hair discoloration, tangles, mats. Anus area, hair length, injury, skin irritation, hair discoloration, tangles, mats. Poop. Armpits, hair length, injury, skin irritation, foreign objects, tangles, mats. Now let's take a look. I have a few images because we covered the majority of this topic about the male fanny area, but I want to specify a few things for females. Vulva area, hair length, injury, skin irritation, hair discoloration, tangles, mats. If you take a look at the bottom image on the left, you see that the skin is nice and clean. The nipples are a little bit enlarged. That's because the doggy was coming off of the heat, so she's intact, and that's why the nipples are a little bit larger. On doggies who got spayed sooner than their first cycle, usually the nipples are teeny tiny, and so it's harder to see. But on here you can. The hair around the private area is nice and short. That will help you prevent tangles and mats. The shorter the coat, the longer it takes for the hair to grow to the point when it's gonna be prone to tangles and mats. So as long as you keep it short, you're gonna be fine. On the right image, here you see a doodle who is in heat. You can see her vulva being large, and I trimmed the coat shorter around there because she was getting matted. And you can see that it's enlarged, it's popping out way more than usually, and it's just a sign that the dog is in heat and you need to make sure that no males are getting close by in case you don't want puppies. On these 4 images, you're going to see a situation where the skin around the privates are loose and it covers the vulva. Basically, it will make a sac around the vulva, which is really bad. Why is it bad? The reason for that is because the vulva area is soaking up, and all the hair around is soaking up the pee. All the urine gets stuck there, and for the doggy it's very hard to clean that. It's like having a penis without the option of easy access to clean it. So doggies with this condition oftentimes need a surgery called vulvoplasty, when they cut the excess skin off, stitch it back, and kind of like a plastic surgery to straighten up the skin around her privates. And that's going to help her huge to keep the vulva popping out a little bit more, so the hair around there can get dry, and the urine won't get stuck there, and the doggy will have way easier time cleaning herself. This is the situation when this little sac and loose skin around the vulva goes crazy. Now, if you take a look at any image here, you can see so much redness around the vulva, and you can see the skin, the loose skin, which is not supposed to be there, way more red. So basically, the red, the banana shape on the bottom middle image, you see that should not be there. And if you take a look at the image above in the middle, you see when I stretch out the skin, the vulva is supposed to stay like that. No skin around, folding, nothing. If you take a look at the top left image, you see no vulva, basically. It's covered, sucked up by the skin around. So this doggy really badly needs a vulvoplasty to get this situation under control, because that skin, what you see, that redness and irritation around there due to licking and mats and urine is really not healthy and causes misery for the doggy, let alone that she also has allergies. If you take a look at the inner thighs on any of the above images, it's going to be much easier to see you on the butt area that she has scabs and tiny red spots. So it's really, really miserable. If your doggy has this situation, you really want to address this with a veterinarian and get that surgery ASAP to give her the comfort she really needs. Nipples. You already saw the doggy in the previous image on the left. Tiny nipples, but still easily visible nipples. On the right, this doggy is pregnant. This doggy had a spa day while she was pregnant, not long before she got her puppies. So delivered her puppies. So you can take a look how it looks like not a few weeks before delivery, and how it looks like after her cycle. So obviously these are two different dogs. But I just wanted you to know that when you see these symptoms on your doggy, that the nipples are enlarged like that much or closer than that, or close to that, then it means something is going on. So you really want to make sure and get it checked out. Anus area. It's much easier to see it on the females because I just have two very easy and chill images, because we talked about the crazy ones with the boys. I have no idea, but most of the times I see that craziness on boys. I don't know why. Maybe we think that they can clean themselves easier or whatnot. I don't know, but I just wanted you to know that if you want to take a look at some crazy Fanny areas for boys, or it can obviously be the situation for girls as well, you can go to the Fanny for males and see what's going on there. So I want to make sure that on females as well, the coat around the butt area is nice and short or tangle and mat free. I don't mind. Either way is totally fine. Around the anus, I like to trim the coat a little bit shorter. And if you take a look at the left image, you can see that I also suggest to trim the coat shorter by the base of the tail, at least on the underside. So whenever the tail folds down and covers the anus or gets closer to the anus area, then the doggy had looser stool, it's not gonna go wild or get poopy around there. Or even if it would, then it's gonna be much easier to clean that. On the right area, this poor doggy got pretty much a Brazilian because she had so many mats. You can take a look at the skin. It's irritated, little red spots, little scabs even. She has allergies. It's diagnosed by a veterinarian, so it's not just me taking a look there. So whenever those are the situations going on, then on the left being in heat, on the right having allergies, we really want to make sure that those areas are nice and short, because that's just the easiest way to keep the doggy comfortable and those itchy stuff away. Armpit area. You can see what's going on when we have little mats here and there. So if you take a look at the top right image, you can see that the doggy has quite a lot of holes around the armpit area and quite some around the hips when that flap of skin joins the sides with the thigh. That's a really tricky spot to brush, and many parents do not even think about brushing or do it the wrong way. And we're going to talk about how you can do it and how can you get and reach the deepest areas even there. If you take a look at the bottom right image, then you can see the elbows, the other side of the armpits. That's another area which gets to tiny attention, if at all. So that's very, very important to make sure that we are brushing that part as well. The harness goes around there as well. It's not just like a tricky spot, but the harness makes it even trickier, and it tangles the coat up really wild. So make sure that you check those areas with the brush and the comb for tangles or mats. On the bottom left image, you see the same image we were talking about at the boy section about armpits and skin irritation. I'm not even sure what that spot is. Maybe it's a scabby spot from bites or injury, or plant part got stuck in there in the skin. I don't know. I can't remember, and I did not make notes.